Well, hello everyone. As my brother and I have taken a little break on the Triumph, and he is due to come here the next week or so, I've decided to try to get caught up on a couple of non-Triumph projects. So here's the first one. My soon-to-be 25-year-old truck has exceeded its life expectancy on the driver's cover. I've had the seat here replaced once already, the cover, but the foam is breaking down, so while I got it apart, I've bought some new foam for it too. So we'll see how big a thing this turns into. And as you can see, I got a nice fresh cover. It even got lariat in the middle. And I got a brand new big old piece of foam. So, other than maybe needing some hog ring, which I don't know yet, we're ready to begin. And first step, get this thing up on the bench. Start finding things that I can unscrew. Like most things, I found a almost same seat on YouTube, and doesn't look like there's anything that's going to be unexpected or trick. Some of the electrical plugs are difficult to get to unplug. They work real good on the assembly line. You just plug it in, goes click. But some of the tabs have a tab on each side of the clip, and pretty near takes 3 hands to do it, or 2 people. Got to lift each tab off each side, and then you got another hand to try to pull it out. But it can be done. It's just a bit fiddly. Seat track is next. It's kind of the same as the rest of it, nothing real complicated. Being electric, I was fairly fortunate in that the position I chose to take the seat out, I could get to 3 of the bolts with the impact and then 1 with the wrench. So we take the seat back off, a couple bolts, and then a pin on the other side to be pried off. And 1 more connection, the lumbar adjustment. It's done by cable. And here again, the YouTube gave me a little bit of insight on how to take it apart without breaking any of the 25-year-old plastic parts. And here's kind of what I was expecting. Is at least 1 hog ring wire here I'll have to navigate around down there. I don't have any hog rings right at the moment. I got some, but really a lot bigger than I'd like. So I'll either try to save these or find a workaround. So I think that's about it for today. We'll do part 2. Part 2, get in here and disconnect the hog rings, and found another bar that uses hog rings to attach. And normally you just cut them, but since I'm not sure if I'll be able to get any locally, I'm just unwinding them so I can straighten them out. Day 2, and I will bore you with the process of putting the hog rings in. I was able to straighten out the old ones, But the hog ring pliers that I have were not adequate for the job. I think I gave my good set to my brother a while back, but anyway, I did get this far along, and these are all of the tools that I used to get those hog rings in. First I got in there and zip tied it so everything would get down close, and all these needle nose accessories, I got them in there, so that's all that matters. So now we'll fit this thing on there, get the top buttoned up, and I'll see what's involved on getting the bottom cover off so I can replace the foam pad. In the process of getting the cover over the foam, just pulling doesn't get you anywhere. You sort of have to stick your hand down in there and just sort of roll an inch or so on each side and just kind of roll it on. Everything lays down pretty nice that way. Get a little tugging back and forth, doing best to get the seams to line up nicely, and then try to get this little plastic part to interlock. Here's again another case if I had another set of hands, it'd be pretty easy. Well, I was able to get the bottom cover off. It wasn't quite as fiddly as the other one, although the fresher hog rings were a little harder to deal with, but I was able to find some new ones local, so I'll be okay. You can see here it's quite a bit more compressed than the new one. I'll get a little bit of bolster, be like a mini racing seat. And here's the top cover. Fits pretty good. Get it in the car, and windows rolled up, get a little heat on it. There's a little bit of wrinkles that come out since I don't have any way to steam it and don't really care. The truck is 25 years old after all. So, with any luck, tomorrow I will have the seat back in my truck. That'll be good. Well, these hog ring pliers just won't work the way they are. I'm gonna whack on them. Since I don't like what they're doing the way they are, I'll see if I can change them and make them work. Let's see, there we go. And there we go. Got the points trimmed down so I can stuff it up into that foam rubber. We'll see how it works. And the new pliers worked well. Well, I have done some upholstery in the past. It's not my forte, so I'm going slow and easy to kind of get my feel for it again. It's not real complicated once you kind of get the knack for it. You do have to kind of poke through the fabric, get it down in there, push it over the wire and squeeze, and the hog ring attaches. The hog ring leaves it loose. That lets the fabric kind of center around on that rod and helps keep the wrinkles out of it. And as I get to the last one, see, my technique has improved. Got much quicker at it. And another thought that comes to mind every time that I do upholstery work is, by definition, it is an example of trying to put 10 pounds of poop in a 5-pound bag. But you just keep pushing and squishing, and everything seems to find a way to fit. managed to get it all buttoned up. I did have to set it out in the sun for about 15 minutes, get things to soften up and stretch. But everything fits up. It's like a fine opportunity to take at least 15 years worth of dirt off the seat. So we'll get her cleaned up for final assembly. Nothing special here, just reverse the process of taking it apart. Kind of the same thing, get 3 bolts with the impact, 1 with the wrench. Get the seat track on, and that should pretty well button this little thing up. Alrighty then, there we are. It's always a good sign, no leftover parts. And I have a seat cushion. Looks so much better than the one that I took off. I think I'm going to like my new cushion. I was kidding before that this little bit here is the cushion was so worn out that this would scoosh down and actually get caught on this plastic piece. So that's not good. Got the lariat. Pretty much good to go. 4 bolts and 2 wires to plug in. And I can drive down to the store and get some beer. Hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.